Welcome back. We're living healthy on today's show, and I'm real excited because I did not know that there's farmers market not only in the summer but all year long. And here to talk a little bit about that and her business is Donna Clausen from Mud Creek. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for being here. So there is a farmers market all year round these days, I understand.
There is. In Appleton, we have a summer market that most people know, and that runs from the third week of June to the end of October. But then it immediately starts for the winter market inside the city center from the beginning of November to the end of March.
So every Saturday?
Every Saturday it runs.
What time?
It runs from 9 till 12:30.
Okay.
And that's our winter market. And then obviously with the summer market, it's a little bit more earlier, and I believe that's from 8 until 12:30.
What do they have? Obviously, in the summer we've got all that great fresh produce. In the winter, things are a little bit different. What is there some produce there?
There actually is some produce. There's a couple vendors. We have Red Belly Farms, that's down there. They're out of Chilton. In fact, we'll be using some of their produce today. And then we also have Howard's Produce, which has your potatoes. You can find your eggs, and we're using their eggs as well.
So some of the things that are grown in a greenhouse,
exactly.
I take it. Okay.
Right.
Tomatoes and things like that.
We have tomatoes. We're also using those. Those again are from Red Belly Farms.
They're beautiful. They look like the summer tomatoes. Well, I'm
Yep.
excited about this because I get tomatoes at the grocery store, not quite the same. Not at all the same.
No, not at all.
So and Donna has a business too. There are also different types of businesses at the farmers market, and you do different mixes and things like that, right?
Right. We're a gluten-free company, so everything we do is gluten-free. We're in a dedicated gluten-free facility. We do everything from your fruit spreads to your baking mixes. We do spices, and we also do some coffee blends as well. And so we make sure that even our baking powder, baking soda, our brown sugar is also received from a dedicated gluten-free facility, so we don't have to worry about cross-contamination.
You know, a lot of people, I get questions all the time. So many people are going gluten-free, and it's changing their lives and making a huge difference, so that's great to know. And Donna's mixes basically make making things a lot easier. They're shortcuts. So we're going to actually do her flatbread pizza dough mix and then show you some different things that you can do with it. So this is the dough mix. Pizza dough always scares me, but yours is easy, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. What we're going to do is just going to add the mix into the bowl.
And this is gluten-free, so people who don't think they can have pizza or doing the gluten-free thing, you can, correct?
Right.
So what are some of the things in there that make up for the flour?
Well, because with gluten, it's the thing that binds everything together, and it's a natural thing that you'll find like in wheat and your all-purpose flours and so forth. So you're using flours that are like your rice, your potato, tapioca, and because that doesn't have that natural gluten in, then you have to add that back in. Okay. And you've probably heard of gar gum, xanthan gum, so you add that back in. Some people, when they're tasting gluten-free, they find that it's crumbly. That's because that natural gluten isn't in there. Okay. And so you add that back in so that you get that nice binding action. And so what we try to do is we strive to make it so that it tastes like the real thing.
So people can't really tell the difference.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. I have a daughter that's gluten intolerant, and I don't want her to sacrifice taste for her health. And so we don't put anything on until we do our taste test and our things and get people to say, oh my gosh, it tastes like the real thing. Because that's what we want them to become familiar with.
So 1 packet of the mix, this is the flatbread pizza mix. Now
then we're going to add in a half a cup of cheddar cheese.
Okay, and what are we making? We're using that basic mix.
This is going to be the basic mix, and it's exactly how it is on the directions.
Okay, so you add the cheddar cheese.
And then we're adding in our milk. And then our butter.
Okay.
Oops.
3 eggs.
And then 3 eggs.
Okay. And these mixes, if you've got them in the pantry, they last?
Right. And the nice thing is you can also just put them in your freezer if you're not going to use them for a while. Package in all. Just stick it right in your freezer, and that's going to make it last too.
These look like nice farmers market eggs, too.
They are. These are from Howard's Produce, and he's out of Hortonville.
All right, so we'll get our mixer going.
Yep. And
here's that if you need that.
Add a half a cup or half a teaspoon of some garlic powder in here.
Just to give it some great flavor.
Just to give it some great flavor. Yep. And all you need to do is just mix the ingredients. You don't have to overmix it, and that's one of the things with, I'm not familiar with the, but there it is. All right.
Okay, so now we've got our dough. We're going to kind of skip ahead a little bit.
Right.
We're running out of time.
And so, as you can see, I'm not sure if you can see with the dough, but we have some already made.
So you let it rise.
You don't have to let it rise.
Okay, I like that even better.
I've made some ahead of time.
Okay.
So this is how the dough will look when it comes out.
Okay.
And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a pizza crust.
Okay.
And this one package will give you 3 9-inch pizza crusts. And what I found is that by taking a spoon and dipping it in, because gluten flour is very sticky. Okay. So it's hard to work with. But a lot of times if you're just using a spoon, you can help get it into the pan and spread it out easier. And then it gets a little gluey, but that breaks off, so that's not an issue. So
we're going to bake this in a what temperature oven?
You're going to bake it at 375.
Okay.
And you're going to bake it for only 7 minutes.
Okay, we've got some already baked over there.
And this is what it'll look like when it's done.
Okay.
And what I like to do is bake them up and then just stick them in the freezer. And then you can just pull one out as you need it.
Great idea, great idea.
For a regular pizza, you would just add your topping, put it back in, wait for the ingredients to get hot and the cheese to melt.
So this is we're gonna make a quick veggie pizza with this.
Veggie one.
This is a cream cheese spread.
This is chive and garlic, chevre. And this is from Caprim Supreme, and they're out of Black Creek. And you're just gonna mix this right on the pizza. And before you do your cold pizza, obviously you'd want the crust to be a little bit cool.
Sure.
And this is going to just be a cold veggie pizza.
And then we just put basically our chopped veggies on here?
Whatever chopped veggies you like.
So we've got broccoli and carrot.
Right.
Now, we didn't get to all the other things that Donna brought, but there's so many different things that you can do with this dough. Focaccia, there's just some really fun different things. What is this?
That is taking the same dough, and what you'll do is you just will dip it in some butter, just a little ball, a 1-inch ball, dip it in some butter and then Parmesan cheese, and you're going to bake it into the little mini.
How cute, and in the middle we put some Alfredo.
And then we put some Alfredo sauce. You could also use your favorite marinara sauce and so forth.
Fun appetizer.
Yeah, it works out really well, and then you could just add some cheese onto the top. This again is some Gouda cheese from Caprim Supreme.
And you can find Donna and all of her products at Mud Creek at the Saturday Farmers Market, City Center, downtown Appleton.
City Center, downtown. Yep.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it. We'd love to have you on again.
Thanks, Amy.
Appreciate it. We'll be back. Stay with us.